Huntsville's Greenway master plan has added a GreenLink to the northeast region from downtown along Pratt Avenue and Bankhead Parkway. This presentation aims to make some suggested improvements for safety, accessibility, and aesthetics. The first recommendation is to consider back-end angled parking in front of Star Market. This new idea to angled parking has already been adopted by many cities. While there is some initial learning curve, the increased visibility and safety for cars, people, and bicycle really makes this a great idea. No more blind backing into oncoming traffic. It'll help alleviate traffic congestion, especially on that 5 o'clock rush hour. Here is an example of some back-end angled parking in DC. Note the clear lines of sight, better maneuverability, easier loading and unloading for both people and groceries. There are thousands of reports and studies out there that show wider lanes make drivers feel safer and thus drive faster. Pratt Avenue, particularly between Russell and Grayson, is a prime example of that. Those lanes are roughly 20 feet wide. It's a no wonder that drivers speed down Pratt, leaving bicycles, pedestrians, and even other cars in danger. Note the car driving in the center of the lane on the left, and the 3 cars parked up in the yard on the right. People fear their cars will be hit, as many of them have indeed been clipped along this street. The next proposal advocates for a 10-foot lane, similar to those on Whitesburg, California, where the speed limit is actually higher. With the leftover space, you can add protected parking and carve out a dedicated bicycle lane. Protected parking is achieved by either using curb extensions at the intersection or decorative planters to help channel traffic down to the 10-foot travel lane. Again, a separated travel and park lane should be delineated with a nice center stripe, using Streetscape to calm traffic and increase safety for everyone involved. U-turns should also be discouraged. The neighborhood blocks are very short, and there have been several accidents as a result of U-turns being performed on Pratt. The original 5 points stopped a few blocks short of the mountain base, and as the road was extended, they didn't keep the same feel with the rest of Pratt, even though the same right-of-way exists. Consequently, there's a gravel no-man's land between the road and houses. The third recommendation is for the city to continue the divided median or boulevard the remaining 3 blocks of Pratt. There are huge areas of gravel used for on-street parking today, which currently exist in the street right-of-way. The sidewalk on the south side of Pratt should be continued to Maysville as well. The continuation of the boulevard will provide a nice protected on-street parking and greatly improve the safety and aesthetics in this part of the historic neighborhood. Beyond Pratt, headed up the mountain, there is a great opportunity to improve the GreenLink. This section is unfriendly to pedestrians and particularly dangerous to cyclists who regularly climb the mountain. Unfortunately, the sidewalk is in such a state of disrepair, it's unusable to cyclists. This leaves cyclists regularly being passed on a blind curve by vehicles, and it's only a matter of time before one of them seriously gets hurt. A wider curb or bollard separated multi-use path would make it much safer for pedestrians, handicapped, cyclists, and vehicles alike. Given the width and right-of-way, there's plenty of room to do some sort of planter or bollard or curb separated multi-use path alongside Bankhead. Here's what the multi-use path could look like, completing the GreenLink connection between downtown Huntsville and Montesano. Thank you for your time, and I hope you support this petition to the city to enhance the corridor and the community in Northeast Huntsville.